Is it on? Yes, it's on. Now, why can't I use my armor? Because you're talking about Nerf, dummy. So, can you do it? Can you do it? You know, for a guy who's ruined somebody's continuity, he really is a bigger fanboy than I thought. Yes, I am. Okay, whatever. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, NerfFan16, which you can on YouTube, and this is Nerf News Quickie. What? Yes, it's a quickie, so relax. With the clumsy shot out of the way. Let's just get to the biggest story so far. Mainly, this particular, I believe, Chinese iPad listing that was on I believe, a Toys R Us somewhere there. And I'm just gonna go through a lot of the blasters that are here, if my camera can process. Hey, perfect. You're looking at about this section here are just repainted triads. This is a repainted Fire Strike, which I have lying around somewhere, like so. And repaints of Strong Arm, Retaliator again, Demolisher. Looks to be the same for Rapid Strike. This new, as far as the new blasters go, it looks like the Elite line are finally dipping their hands into crossbow territory with the Crossbolt. Looking to be yet another bullpup flywheel with a kick of. Hang on. The flywheel action with maybe some crossbow secondary primary fire, because that would be pretty cool for a slider. Or if it's a full-on Springer, that'd be kind of interesting how that would operate. The bottom section are all Megas, and turns out Megas are dipping their hands as well into Triad territory. So let me zoom in on that first. Right here. It's called the Big Shot, so I'm assuming that's gonna be the biggest Triad variant I'm probably ever gonna be seeing for a while, since this is the Mega line. As far as Mordalis, or whatever the Vortex upcoming blaster looks like. For Vortex Blaster, it's pretty dead on for what they're kind of looking for, but the clip kind of looks a little too N-strikey, so maybe they're dipping into like a crossbreed territory. I know very little of this list. Apparently, everyone else has speculated what is and what is going to be official as far as functionalities for these blasters. Let's see. Pump Fury looks like a pretty interesting pistol blaster. It's probably like a mid-level primary. Of course, there is the Rhino Fire on its side mount, like on its side, and strangely without its 20-round clips. But a word of warning: if anyone's interested in getting this will cost you $100. So technically, for an upgraded Vulcan, this is going to be the most expensive Nerf blaster, second only to Nerf Cam Shot, which I wish I could afford. So here's our last two Megas I'm here to talk about. The Cyclone, which is a pretty interesting Maverick for the Mega line, that would get me interested. The pistol blaster I had before, the Magnus, was getting my attention. But due to I guess the reputation of Centurion, pretty much made me flake on it. But if both Cyclone and Berserker over here does pretty good ranges, especially for their triad of the series, then, you know, it might get me interested into the Mega line. More specifically, it looks like Berserker's taking cues off of Vortex instead of N-Strike. That would be critical. Not really critical, but probably some necessary reasons for looking to be its own first slam fire of the bunch, because it looks like it's getting their own stocks and grips, because I can almost guarantee they're huger than a normal N-Strike stock. Speaking of, one last thing I forgot to mention on the N-Strike line, the Sharp Fire looks to be a really interesting kind of crossbow kind of design, but my guess is it's definitely the sniper of the N-Strike line. Maybe it's like a repainted or re-engineered long strike, given the look of it. It is from the angle of how it's stock is. It's definitely gonna be interesting for me to shoulder it. But aside from that, that is everything I know so far on this particular character line, because that's the talk of the town so far on upcoming blasters. Unless you want to talk about like maybe fan films and things like that. Which there are plenty when it comes to the Nerf community. They will always have like their own fan films and stuff like that. I forgot to hench him, by the way, and he's gonna be critical about it. You're damn right. Good. Now can I go back to talk about my stuff? Yes, I'll leave you alone. Good. So, let me get the final shot out of the way and say this was Nerf N16 Retro Kid here on YouTube on Nerf News. My overall thoughts on the line, they all look like interesting blasters. It's nice to have diversity instead of just the same old for any Nerf year. Nerf line, Nerf products, or nothing really predictable here, which is kind of the good sign, aside from the repaints. So, with all that out of the way, this was my take on the Nerf upcoming calendar for blaster releases. And despite not knowing what everything is doing, especially the Sling Strike, because that sounds like a slingshot kind of gun, I mean blaster, that'd be kind of cool. And also with my mispronunciation out of the way, laters, and have a good weekend.